and welcome to today's episode of the Coaches of the Common. My name is Jam, and tonight we have someone back due to popular demand, I believe, Katrina North. Hi, Katrina. Welcome.
Hi.
Yep. Guys, you have to actually stay on and watch this show, this episode tonight, because one, there is actually going to be some swearing. Good swearing, not the bad kind. And second is, do you actually sometimes feel, probably more than usual, feeling so down when you're managing your business, or life is just so bleh and meh? Oh my goodness. Or you feel like, why is that other person actually luckier than me and everything seems so pathetic? If you want us to answer, well, not me, Katrina is going to answer those questions today, then keep on watching. So, Katrina.
Hello.
Yeah, we're allowed to swear.
Such an introduction. Let's shift some shit then, shall we?
Yep, exactly. So we're talking about feeling shit and actually turning it into joy.
Yes.
Okay, is there any reason why do people, and I myself do that sometimes. I'm like, oh, why is that person really lucky? What am I doing wrong? What's going on? Yeah.
Well, as I've come to find out lately is that it's all down to belief, and it's really down to how we were brought up and what we experienced, what we took on as children. Like, you can have one brother and a sister, one's so scathed by life and the other one's just breezes through, like it's just so easy and they've led the same lives, but one has just taken on far more than the other.
Okay, so are you saying that it's actually, stemmed from the environment, how we're brought up, or is it more of a mindset? That's why we sometimes can go, yep, it's all good, that's just part of the challenge, or another person just goes, oh God, I'm going to be in the corner.
Well, we all have those people in our lives where we have the people pleaser and then we have the drama queen or king.
Yeah.
And the people pleasers are like, yes, I'll do whatever you ask me to do with total joy, but realistically inside they're going, no way, man, I'm so sick of this shit, I do not want to be doing this anymore, and I just want to say no, but I go, sure, I'll do that. And then you have the drama king or queen that's just like, I'm not doing that, I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
And or they cause so much drama around themselves that they're just like, you go, how is this person possibly friends with me?
Yeah.
Because they're so dramatic, but there's something inside of you that loves that drama, and there's something inside of you that's learned about being dramatic. And so you kind of play into the drama with people, even though you don't really sometimes want to be, but it's so fun. And then the people pleaser, who thinks that their life's so easy, but it's actually not, because they're actually making it really hard for themselves, because they're just wanting to please people all the time. So really, on the scale of things, we've either got the drama or we've got the people pleaser. So how do we create somewhere in the middle?
Yep. How do we actually create somewhere in the middle? Is there a middle where we can go to?
Would
I'm
you
sure,
like there
yeah.
to be a middle?
Well, if it has more happiness, of course, definitely. We all
More
want to be happy,
happiness.
right? Yes.
We all want to be happy and joyful.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But in the scale of life, we can't always be happy and joyful. That's just totally unrealistic.
Yes.
We have to have the down times to have the up times. So when we're having those down times and we're like, oh, I'm so pathetic, how did my life be so pathetic? When did you choose in your life? Or how many times did you get told, you're so worthless, you're never going to go anywhere, you're a failure, this is never going to get off the ground, you're just going to waste your time, waste your money, you're so pathetic. That's a stupid idea. How many times in your life, from when you were a small child, even up until now, have you been told that?
Oh, are you asking me or are we asking the audience?
Oh, we're just asking everyone in general.
Yeah.
How many times in your life have you been told that?
Yep. The audience, let's participate. How many times? 3, 5, all your life?
That I'm worthless?
That
Worthless, pathetic, you can't make it, you're a failure, you're throwing your money away, you're never going to create that, that's never going to turn out.
you're never going to succeed, your business idea is wrong, or...
When you get a real job.
Yeah.
Get a real job. Yeah,
I
okay.
love that one. Yeah.
So everywhere in our lives where we feel pathetic, and we're actually choosing from that space of pathetic. So why would you choose any greater in your life for joy when you're always choosing from that space of pathetic. So do you actually know that you're feeling those feelings? You just actually know that there's something inside of you that gives you that almost dread feeling. It's always there when you wake up in the morning, it's there at night, it's always like a judgment of you. And you just go, you tend to say it all the time, how did I get so pathetic?
Yeah. And if you actually, and correct me if I'm wrong, and if you actually believe that, and you always say that, then everything seems to be pathetic now. Right. Is that how it works?
Well, how can your life get any better when all you do is say to yourself, I'm so pathetic, because that's ingrained in you. So somewhere inside of you is sitting as the pathetic. So you run your whole life as being pathetic until we actually say, this feeling is, oh my gosh, it's pathetic. Oh my gosh. And then all of a sudden, when we realize what that feeling is, or what that emotion is, what's been driving us, we go, that's so much lighter. And when did you ever learn that life was hard? How many times in your life have you been told, oh, that's too hard. Oh, it's just too hard. Oh, you've got to harden up. Life's hard.
Oh, I know that one. Oh, I can
Harden
relate.
up.
Yeah, harden
Life's
up.
hard.
Life's hard. But life doesn't have to be hard. I mean, especially, as an entrepreneur, like in business, oh, this is so hard. I give up. Never mind. I'll just get another, get a job, as, someone said in the audience and stuff, and they give up, right? I mean,
yeah.
Does life really have to be hard? Is it really hard? Or are we just creating it in our own reality that life is hard, but it's actually not?
Well, if I ask you a question right now, what is easy for you? Is hard easy for you, or is easy for you?
Easy, of course.
But inside of you, if I said hard, does that feel light for you, or does it feel heavy for you?
It depends on the situation, I guess. Yeah.
Majority of us have always been told, life is so hard, you have to harden up, you have to do this, you have to do that. And some people are told, you just go with life and do all these things and stuff like that, and create so much more with total ease. And yeah, when we're brought up like that, you see people and you go, wow, they're so lucky. How did they get life so easy and stuff like that? Well, they were taught a different way.
Yeah.
And so when you look at it like that, from the perspective of like, oh my gosh, yes, that's how I was brought up, or that's what I was told, or that's how I saw things, and all the people around me are the same. And it's like, how come all these people around me are the same? And trauma and drama and things like that. So, if I was to say, if you were choosing easy, but then you were like, easy is so boring.
Easy can be boring, is that what you're saying? For some people,
Well,
probably
some people
it
would
is.
go, if life is easy, it's boring. So hard for them is challenges, so it's much more exciting, and that's
yes.
how life is, because I have to be challenged. But why can't life be easy and have those, like, challenge yourself and things like that, but without having that, life is so hard?
Right. No, I get that. I totally get that. That's a good perspective. All right. I've heard about this. You kind of mentioned it, the drama queen, this trauma and drama. Mm-hmm. Is that exactly what you were saying earlier, that, everything seems to be, there are some people that are just too dramatic. Everything, even the smallest thing. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, okay, it seems to be a revolving door in my life.
Yeah, okay. Right.
A bit of trauma and drama, and it's not necessarily my drama, but it tends to be that everyone comes to me with their drama, and I tend to be the one who's like, oh, have you thought of this, or have you thought of that? Due to the background of counselling and suicide prevention and things like that, people will come to you. And don't get me wrong, there's totally okay with like coming to people for help and things like that. But when it's a consistent thing of just coming to you when they've got an issue and things, and then they never talk to you at any other time,
right,
that's kind of the point of like the trauma and drama. And then you go, okay, so what's this about? And also, so just looking at life in general, where are you creating all this trauma and drama, or who are you being in that trauma and drama? Are you being your mum? Are you being your dad? Are you being your grandparents? Are you being a sibling? Who are you mimicking in that? Because there's somebody else's things that you've taken on as your own, and sometimes we don't even realise we're taking them on.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm going to pause for a bit and see, do we have any questions from the audience, virtual or face-to-face right here?
Face to face, I have one.
Okay.
For example, a person's like really down on his luck and mood when it comes to work. When he's working, he brings his personal conflicts into his mind while working.
Ah,
How can that person move away from the personal conflict so that he can just concentrate on work?
That's also a personal choice. As the person's choosing to bring that with them to create and maybe be the centre of attention or things like that. So therefore, when we're actually choosing to be in that space, we're choosing to be something else. We're not choosing to be in the space of where we're working, where we're being, who we want to be, and move on. We're bringing everything into one place and actually throwing that out onto everyone else.
gotcha. So are you saying that it's actually all about choice? Everything that's happening, if they feel pathetic, etc., and they just get to choose to move to joy, so to speak, for it to actually happen. Is that it?
So when we're shifting, when you're feeling really awful and you're feeling really shit about life and down and out and everything's coming on top of you and things like that, what we're actually looking at is that what's going on in that person's world inside of them that's created all of this external. So it's saying, okay, inside of myself, when in all of my life I've taken on which is valuable and which is real and which is vital to us, of where we bought, borrowed and stole other people's belief systems. So we actually took on that we were pathetic because it was told to us more than 5 times.
Right. Yeah.
Or we're worthless because it was told to us so many times. Or, you're never going to work that out because you're not smart enough. Don't even bother because you're not going to pass anyway. So it's saying to people, instead of allowing people to actually look at that and go, oh, is that the space that I've been asking for this for in this, or is this what I've been feeling inside? Because we don't necessarily know until someone brings it to our attention, or we actually really start looking at ourselves inside.
Gotcha. Yes, we have a question.
What does an energy healer do to shift that? Like, how do you shift that energy?
Yeah.
Shifting their energy. So when we're shifting their energy, we're using clearing statements. And so one is everywhere that you bought, borrowed and stole that point of view of being pathetic, would you like to destroy and uncreate that?
Of course.
Okay, destroy and uncreate times a gazillion, right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nice, shorts, boys and beyonds. That is the clearing statement that we would use. Also with the energy healing of access consciousness, which is using the 32 points within the head, we're using that method as well as clearing statements with that and particular points of what the person is actually talking about at the time.
And so what can the person expect to feel like after the session is finished?
Well, they won't feel like shit. They might feel a bit tired,
Yep.
but they will feel more joy, and they will probably feel quite clear and very relaxed.
That's a good. Yep. Definitely.
A question here from
Okay.
as well.
We have a
So
question.
you talked about feeling light versus heavy. Why would you feel light if you're talking about things? I can't read the last part of the question.
Okay. Yep. Can you? They are reading the question.
Do you want to pass it to me so I can see
Yeah, so we
it?
can pass it on to me.
Oh,
Do you see it?
No, I can't get to the more. So talk a little bit about the heavy and light for you.
okay. So when you ask yourself a question, so if I asked you, is your name Jam?
Yes.
And do
definitely.
you like to be called Jam?
Of course.
Is it light for you?
Light.
Okay, so if I ask you if you're a boy,
No.
does that feel light or heavy for you?
A little heavy.
Okay, so that's what we're talking about when we're asking questions. So when we're talking with ourselves about the light and heavy, it's about talking with yourself. Light is right for you, heavy is not for you. It's not a reality for you. So whenever I ask questions, I always ask myself, if I do this, what would my life look like in the next 5 years? And if it's light, I go with it. If it's heavy, I won't do it.
Right. So are you recommending, say, for example, if you have some conflict and you just don't know what to do, can you actually use that technique?
Definitely.
Light and heavy?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
Yep.
it's talking with yourself, and it's trusting within yourself that you know what's right for you. So I'll always say to myself, is this a good choice for me if I do this? What will my life be like in 5 years? Because 5 years, the body can kind of energetically feel that. If you
Yeah.
say 20 years, it's kind of like, that's a bit far. 5 years, it can say 1 year's not enough. So when we're going through those and we're looking at that and we're asking ourselves the questions all the time, then your body is going to tell you the right feelings and the right decisions for you.
Yep. No, that makes perfect sense. Do we have another question from the audience?
So it's actually the continuation of that question.
It's continuation. Yep. Who's it from? So maybe we can.
It's from Regina.
Regina. Hi, Regina. Thanks for watching. We're trying to
Hi, Unicorn.
read the question. Oh, okay. Yeah, unicorn. Yep.
So it was a question around, saying easy versus hard. You asked if feeling light when saying something is hard. So just trying to understand, why would you feel light if you're talking about something being hard?
So, no, what I'm saying is, where did you in your life get taught that life is so hard for you? So sometimes when we're talking about the hard and it being light, it feels really right for us because that's all we've grown up to know, is that life is so hard. And it's not easy, it's so hard, so it's ingrained in us, and so it's a belief that life is really hard, so it becomes right for us. And that's the places that we choose from, because we're going, okay, so if this isn't hard, then I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And
Okay.
if it's too easy, it's too boring, and yeah.
Oh, good. So just to wrap up, this is I can go on and on here. So I love this topic. You mentioned about the clearing statements, and you also mentioned about, asking the question, is it easy, is it hard? Is there anything else that the audience can take away to shift the feeling of shit? That's sort of tongue twister. Shit to joy. Anything else?
Just realistically, just asking yourself the questions, like even, does this belong to me? Because sometimes these feelings and things, because we are an energetic body, so we're like a radio frequency, like TV. We pick up everybody else's stuff. So when something's happening for you, or you have a really cranky day or something like that, just ask yourself, does this even belong to me?
That's interesting. And Regina says, thank you. Thank you.
Yay.
Yes, of course. And of course, I'd love to go on and on, but thank you again for being our guest here at the Coaches of the Common, Katrina.
Thank you for having
Always
me.
had fun. So next week, we are going to have Dave Rouse, okay? And he is going to actually talk about processes, to streamline processes to maximize productivity. So the question is to ask, are you handcuffed to your business? I feel the same, like right now, because it seems that you always want, sometimes you feel like you want to go on holiday, but you can't seem to go on holiday because you're handcuffed to your business and you just need to be there all the time. Well, that's an interesting topic. And Deborah, of course, our founder here at The Common, would be interviewing Dave. So same time, same Facebook business page. See you again next week.
Bye.